I've been in recovery from crack cocaine and alcohol for over 30 years now, and I spent a lot of time in 12-step recovery, still do, and unfortunately with that, you see a lot of people die from the disease of addiction and alcoholism. And it was probably 2018, 2019, and the amount of wakes that I was going to, it doubled, almost tripled from the average number that I would go to each year. And I kept wondering, like, why am I not relapsing? I wasn't even close. And there was people that were relapsing and dying that were sober for anywhere from a couple of weeks to 15, 20 years. I got together with my partner at the gym and my daughter, and I said, hey, listen, got this concept that I saw up in Guilford where they're running these workouts and then these recovery meetings. I want to do that, but I also want to add free gym memberships, free one-on-one therapy, and free nutritional counseling. Our mission is to give the best possible chance to anybody suffering from any sort of mental health issue, substance use disorder, PTSD, anxiety, any type of life trauma, and give them the best chance to become the best versions of themselves, mentally and physically.
When I started, I was dealing with some family trauma, and it was really difficult because I didn't have anyone I could talk to about it, because I knew if I talked to my parents about it, they were also dealing with it. So it was really nice to be able to come here and have like a neutral party to just share out whatever I needed to. And it's really helped me kind of come to terms with things and like find my own peace with the situation. I just feel like a lot better emotionally. Like I'm able to handle things, and I know if I have a place where I need to share something, I can share it here. And also just physically, like I'm like stronger. Like the other day I did a push-up and I was like, oh my God, it wasn't even difficult to do a push-up. So I've changed a lot.
Very heavy things. There you go.
We provide therapy, nutritional counseling, gym memberships, our group recovery meetings, and our intro fitness workouts. The workouts are designed so that if you've been on the couch for 10 years and you haven't moved, or if you work out 3 times a week, you're going to get a good workout. They're modifiable all the way down to those different levels. And the beauty of it is we all start and stop at the same time, so there's no winners or losers in any of the workouts. Nobody comes in first, nobody comes in last. Everybody starts and stops at the same time, and it's a real group effort. When I got into recovery, I immediately got into fitness. I became a distance runner before I got into CrossFit. And the release of anxiety and stress that physical movement gives you is amazing. That's one part of it. The other part is when you are exerting yourself, you're way more in the moment and not worried about everything that's going on in your life. You just kind of keep your body alive, you know, when you're breathing hard and you're moving fast. And it kicks in the endorphins and the dopamine in your brain and puts you in a better space, headspace.
And if you're speaking from the heart, if you're telling the truth, then you never have to worry about what other people think or what you've said, because it's the truth. And honesty is another part of being comfortable with sharing with others. So thanks for letting me share.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Now to go right into a recovery meeting and start talking about the issues in your life, anybody is going to have better results when they're in a more positive frame of mind than when they're in a negative frame of mind. And we never realized how powerful making these two things happen within 5 minutes of each other would be.
I never really understood the connection between moving your body physically and feeling good mentally. I knew that they were both good separately, but Move to Heal has really showed me how exercising combined with sharing and talking with other people really goes together. And so I feel so good at the end. Like I'm mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. Everything is just out, and I feel more confident about myself. Like I worked out, I shared what I needed to, and I have a much more positive mindset after leaving.
All right, everybody, circle up. We welcome
Welcome everyone to our Move to Heal meeting. My name is Katie and I am chairing the meeting today. For all who wish, let's go around the room and introduce ourselves by our first name and first name only.
I'm Joe.
Beth, Jill.
Before this got started, I went to AA meetings for 27 years, and I really believed that all the problems that we had were only people with addiction problems or alcoholism had these problems. And what we found out when we started Move to Heal was that everybody has the same problems. We just have different ways of escaping them. When we have the recovery meetings, the gym's shut down, and it's just Move to Heal. Half an hour intro fitness workout into the group support meeting. It's not an AA meeting. It's not an NA meeting. It's not just people with addiction problems. This is a mixed group of everybody. People that are having problems with grief over a loved one passing away, people with addiction problems, people with eating disorders, people with stress and anxiety, PTSD, they're all in the same group.
I think people are really hesitant when they hear therapy. I love therapy, I've been in therapy for a long time, but it's different because you don't really get the same kind of feedback. Like you're just kind of speaking what you're feeling into existence, and just by putting it into words, it just takes such a weight off of you. And you don't really have to expect anything in return. You're just kind of listening to other people, but you can learn from them too.
It's kind of a magic that's very difficult to put into words if you haven't experienced it. Because it's a large group of different types of issues that people are suffering from, all the stigmas that people are worried about, everything evaporates. So it's a safe place to be vulnerable, to work out in whatever way you can. There's no judgment.
I feel a lot less alone with my issues. I didn't think there was anyone that could really understand what I was going through before this, but knowing I have a community behind me who every week is asking, like, how's it going? How you doing? Like, how's your new school year going? So I feel a lot more supported after coming to Move to Heal.
At least I can work on your farm now. Yes, you guys are officially farmers.
People feel like a sense of community. They feel a sense of support. I've been working at this gym for about 10 years now, and there are people who I would sit next to and I never knew that they had these problems, and then they just kind of enlighten you. And so it's creating support for people that you didn't really realize they needed, or the support for yourself you didn't even realize you needed. So in terms of connecting with the community and the way that people feel, it's just not feeling alone. That's huge. Mental health is something that people don't talk about, but this is a place where you can talk about it and you can find the person right next to you who's dealing with the same exact thing, you never knew it.
Move to Heal is open to anybody. If you feel like there's issues in your life that you're not dealing with appropriately and you're not happy, Move to Heal is here for you.
It's a really open group. Everyone can join, no matter like what you want to do. As long as you want to get better, you can come.
I don't really know of a group that you can go to because you had a really crappy work week. I don't know a group like that, but that's Move to Heal. You know, it doesn't need to be about drinking or drugs or sex or gambling. It can be just that you have a really shitty job and it was really a tough week for you.
Just putting these two things together, putting the physical workout together where you bond physically in a way, and then the mental and emotional part where in the group support meeting, now you're bonding on a mental, emotional, and physical way, and it creates these connections that are unbelievable.
I'll start to share and you just share your name. So I'll be like, hi, I'm Taylor. And then everyone's like, hi, Taylor. And they're so supportive. They'll laugh with you. They have so much sympathy. Like they'll come up to you after the meeting. I had someone come up to me recently and was like, it's so good to see you smile. And he was like, when you came here at the start, you didn't. And I was like, wow, people like notice those things. And so you do feel like so supported. And I do feel safe sharing whatever I need to.
Our playbook is working. Just this simple design is working to save people's lives, because we know if you go to the gym twice a week, you're going to get in better shape. And if you go to 2 or 3 Move to Heal meetings a month, you're going to start working on the problems in your life, regardless, just by showing up. It's really a miracle. First, let's have a moment of silence for the still sick and suffering, both inside this circle and out in the world. Let's breathe in love And breathe out light. Breathe in love. And breathe out light. Keep coming, everybody.
Thank you.